Welcome back to Virginia This Morning.
Acupuncture has grown in popularity here in the West over in recent years, and the process involves inserting fine needles into specific points on the body. This Chinese form of alternative medicine has been used to treat a variety of health issues.
And it's going on right here. Cultures have used it for centuries to improve common ailments, everything from fertility to depression. Local acupuncturist Kang is here with a patient, Samantha Fay, and will demonstrate the procedure. You're putting in needles right now. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing very
what
well.
is Samantha being treated for? Because she is a patient of yours.
Yes, she is being treated for fertility.
Okay.
And Samantha, this has worked for you before, apparently.
It has, very well. Yeah, we've, my husband and I are blessed to have our, 16, almost 17-month daughter Maya, so now we're trying for number 2, and this worked well the first time, so we're going to try again.
And you had tried traditional methods for fertility and really hadn't met success until you started with the acupuncture.
Correct, yeah. We tried, we were going to do the IVF route because we were told that was our best alternative, and even with that they were skeptical whether it would work or not, and we were devastated to hear that, and I was pretty proactive. I think you have to be proactive about your own health, and I did a lot of research and a lot of information about acupuncture and fertility came up, which I didn't know there was a connection there, and that was news to me, and I found John on the internet, did some research, talked to him on the phone, and did the acupuncture as well as the herbs with it, and results were wonderful. I got pregnant pretty, after I think a month or so.
So John, how does this work? I mean, I see where you've placed the needles in Samantha, but what is the thought process behind increasing her fertility using acupuncture?
Well, with acupuncture, we use different needles for different conditions, and oftentimes, specifically for her fertility issues, we say her kidneys. And so there are certain acupuncture points here that we say help improve circulation to the ovaries. Even though they're here in her legs, they're increasing circulation to her ovaries and uterus as well.
Is this related to almost the reflexology? People are used to those kind of power or energy points in the body?
You could see it that way. I mean, Western science has tried to describe what's happening with acupuncture for the last 50 to 100 years, and that is one of the ways you could look at it.
Now, where were you trained to do this, and how were you trained?
I started apprenticing in Taiwan in 1995, and at that time it was just you watch the master, she tells you how to do things, you listen a lot, don't ask a lot of questions. And then later I went to a school in California at the Meiji College of Oriental Medicine in Berkeley, and then after that I did postgraduate studies over in China and in Japan.
And I've had this done, and Samantha, you can attest, I mean, more than just my elbow a couple minutes ago, I've had acupuncture done before, and you feel the benefits, but you don't really feel the acupuncture.
Honestly, no, it does not hurt. It looks probably worse than it is, and that was my issue too, but to me it was nothing to worry about. And the benefits far outweigh what you think the pain is going to be like, which is very, very minimal.
Right.
And also acupuncture can be used for pain management.
I would say that's what it's most known for. When Nixon first met with the Chinese, the first thing that sort of came out of China was acupuncture, and it was used for anesthesia. While someone's actually getting surgery done on them, they were like brain surgery. They had acupuncture being done, and the patient was awake and conscious. So I think the first thing that people heard about was the use for pain management.
Do you see a more traditional patient, so to speak, coming in for this kind of non-traditional treatment nowadays, or is it still on the fringe? People are just embracing it.
You see more and more people coming in from all walks of life. I think there are a lot of people who have tried a lot of things with Western medicine, people who have like chronic issues. And so they've sort of exhausted a lot of their options and they want to try something new. So I've seen all kinds of people.
See a lot of positives out of this. Are there any potential side effects or downsides to acupuncture? I can't even
The pronunciation is a
Yes,
side
that's
effect.
right. Yes, that is a side effect. Acupuncture.
You can get bruising. I'd say that's the most common one. The spots here wouldn't usually bruise, but there are a few that you can bruise on. There are rare cases of organ puncture. I haven't heard about one in about 10 years, and the last time I heard it was someone who was trying to do it to themselves.
Yes.
But that's probably the worst side effect. Like I said, I've only heard of one case in the last 10 years.
And like anything else,
I didn't do it.
You want to go to an expert, someone who knows what they're doing.
Right, right.
And you were found on the internet by Samantha. How would you suggest someone go about finding someone to do this procedure for them?
I would say word of mouth is a good one in terms of if you've had a friend who's seen a really good acupuncturist they like and who they connected with. I would say that's one way. The internet is another good search tool right now. Just make sure that you see the qualifications. We want to see LAC in the title, which means licensed acupuncturist. We are licensed by the state of Virginia. And so if we are licensed, it usually indicates that we've had some training.
Some training.
And Samantha, you obviously met success with the birth of your daughter initially. Do you feel any differences while you're going through the acupuncture?
I just feel really relaxed.
Yeah.
You know, after my session's done, I kind of feel like I'm walking on clouds.
Great.
And just have a really good kind of.
She walks in a raving lunatic and walks out. No, I'm just kidding.
Floats out
Can I
calmly.
have some of those needles? Right.
Right now?
Thank you, John. Thank you,
Thank you, guys.
Samantha.
Appreciate
Right
it.
now, we're going to get a quick check of the weather with Aaron.